So this will definitely be Steeple Aston's wedding of the year. I'm thanking you for all coming, and there are far too many here and perhaps coming later to thank for everything, because if I think about the discounts, the material, the labour, the asides that have been put in, it's absolutely amazing, and it's saved my pocket quite a lot. Thank you to all those, but I'm not going to single out anybody in particular. I'm going to single out two people though. First of all, Julia, who the number of hours she put in on the flower beds around here, I think it's fairly obvious that a lot of work's gone into them, and I can tell you that not much of it was done by me. I'd also, though, must thank Carol, who made those, I don't know whether I say charming bridesmaids' dresses, or dresses for the charming bridesmaids. But anyway, they looked absolutely lovely, and they've clearly enjoyed wearing them. And thank you for that, Carol, and thank you also for something that most of you around here will know nothing about, but Carol is taking over the four boys and Tamsin for a few days at the beginning of next week, while Julia and I get a bit of a rest before going off to France for a week with them all. But Carol, thank you very much. At this point, I think it's traditional for the person making this speech to make a few jokes. But that's traditional, and this is quite a long way from being a traditional wedding. What is the sting in the comment about may all your troubles be little ones, when you've already got one here? And the one that was told at the wedding that Julia and I had a long time ago, 43 years, as you were told this afternoon, where it was said that what we've just witnessed, an unusual occasion, what half an hour ago would have been a mortal sin, has now become a legitimate pleasure, nay more, a legal obligation. Now, that has absolutely no meaning, so I'm not going to try any jokes, any new jokes. Now, I suppose, is the time to talk about the bride and groom. Let's start with Anna. Several of our friends, old friends, and I mean old in both senses of the word, who have experienced Anna's activities over the years, have actually suggested to us that she should set up a company called Rent and Anna, because she's pretty good at getting things done and fixing things, and I've experienced that over the development of this occasion. So have you all. She does get things done. She organised this wedding, she organised her sister's wedding, which was also in this garden, but not quite the same. And when I remarked upon her ability to organise things like this, she said, well, when I was at school, I used to get told off for being bossy. Now, I get paid for it. I think some of the boys, if not all of them, have been heard to remark, you don't realise how scary you are. I noticed when giving the vows this afternoon, something was also strange. Probably people at the back of the church couldn't hear. They may have done, but has this mic gone off? No, it's okay. They couldn't hear. And she wasn't speaking as loudly as I have heard, but there was one occasion when she was giving evidence in a court case, and I was in the public gallery listening to this, and the judge said, Miss Wybrew, I know it's a slightly difficult experience, but do you think you could speak up more loudly? When I told Adam, who was living in Australia at the time, this, he said, the entire continent of Australia is rocking with laughter at the thought that may actually have been said of Anna. Anyway, there, Simon, that's some of what you've taken off. It's often said on these occasions, you're not losing a daughter, you're gaining a son. Well, that's true, but we're also gaining quite a lot more. An attic, a hedge without holes, and a handyman who will sort out the sorts of problems that were way beyond me 20, 30 years ago, but he still is, but I'm still incapable of dealing with them, and Simon's absolutely lovely and comes and gets us out of a corner. But what we've really gained with this wedding is a real friend and 4 step-grandchildren. And for us, that's absolutely lovely, and we're very pleased about it. When Simon first became wifeless, I tried to encourage them to get together, as it seemed to me they were a perfectly natural couple. They didn't see it that way, but eventually they came round to this view, which means that today, Julie and I are absolutely delighted that they have decided to get married, and I would ask you all at that point to join in a toast to Simon and Anna, the bride and bridegroom. So,